All right, the snatch, if you're just starting out and the snatch is a new movement for you, and the safest variation is doing the snatch from a hang, which means you're upright already, and you have the dumbbell or kettlebell here. We'll just focus on the dumbbell. The kettlebell is slightly different. From here, you're gonna snatch and go straight up. So that's the muscle snatch, and that's the first variation. It doesn't take as much mobility, and you're still generating power from the legs all the way up. Now for a more advanced variation, you can start from the ground. The dumbbell will be here. And same idea, you're driving the legs, going all the way up. The harder variations, the more technical ones, if you want to get better at snatching, is instead of just going straight up, you're going to start to move your feet out and pull yourself under. So you can still do it from the hang, takes less flexibility or what we call mobility, and then to make it the full movement, you're going to snatch from the ground into a power snatch, which is a quarter squat, or you can take it and go all the way down to full squat. So you have different options there. Now let's go over the finer points. The biggest thing with the snatch is we don't want the dumbbell to go out away from us. A lot of people do this like a kettlebell swing, where they drive with their hips forward, even to the slightest bit where it's here. Because whatever goes forward must go back, and that's what causes a lot of the shoulder issues. If I even bump it up or drive it forward a little bit, then I have to use my shoulders to eat up all that momentum, and it goes back here. So I like to use that paintbrush example. So your hand's a paintbrush, and you practice without weight. I want you to drag it from your thigh, paintbrush your body as high as you can go. So if you keep your hand on you, just to feel what a snatch should feel like with the upper body, I'm paintbrushing my body. You'll see the knuckles, the fingers are down, the elbows straight up. And then once you can't go any higher, then you whip it overhead. So do that a few times just to get that motion down and warm your shoulders up if you've never snatched before. And even if you have, because it's a dumbbell, it's easy for it to get away from us. So after you do a few of these, you add a little bit of a dip and then go all the way up. So that's gonna help keep the dumbbell close. A couple of the other faults we see with dumbbell snatching is that people start to lean away from it because it gets heavy. So when you're not generating enough force or you have too heavy of a dumbbell, then you're gonna try to get under in odd and weird ways that's not mechanically sound. So instead of using my legs to float it, then people start to do this to get underneath. So try to be aware if you're leaning at all, then that's not good. We don't want the dumbbell to be out away from us. You want the arm and dumbbell to be straight overhead. So those are your options. You guys could choose to do whichever. I'm gonna demonstrate with this heavy dumbbell right here. I'm gonna do a bunch of reps for you. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, get some.